A little early, but I mean, she's given us opportunity as we watch Steph Gilmore and her replay. Great wave choice here for Steph. Oh, how was that? Accelerating through that maneuver, up and over. And wow, looking the goods here for Steph Gilmore. That was behind her. There's Sophie. See how she's feeling. Oh, attacking the lip from her once again. Can she pull it off? Yes, she can. Wow, great start to this heat, Kaipo.
8-episode series in the season 2. Catching up right here with Katie Simmers, a rookie on the championship tour. Exciting next generation of surfers. Just 17 years old. I'm Kai Pereira along with Peter Mel. Pete, Kate Simmers up against an 8-time world champ in the way of Stephanie Gilmore in this heat, as well as Sophia McCulloch, who missed the first 2 events on the championship tour.
See here, little front-on angle of Katie Simmers in her first wave. And one of the things I want to see out of Katie, and I'm just going to throw it out there, is that her air game, right? She's not scared to go into the lip, release the fins, do.
Gilmore on her second wave, smooth off the bottom, carves around that DHD, has to hesitate a little bit before the whitewater rebound, gets back into the open face, staying smooth on this wave. A little bouncy on the inside section, but makes the best with a snap for Steph Gilmore. She'll nicely back up that 5.83 that she opened up with.
And with that, you know, hopefully you see the bigger numbers come in the back half of it. As we watch the replay here, little hesitation. She wants to drive that rail all the way through that cutty if you really want to, you know, showcase that as not an error. So the little hesitation through that turn will factor in, and also that little snap, board lays flat a little bit. Ultimately, you want to have it stay at 90 degrees through the maneuver. So you watch the cut back here, little bubble, has to, like, you know, almost loses a little bit of the speed as not driving through the maneuver. That there is a full round cutback, and then this turn here, a little flat, but hey, you know what? Backed up the number with a
2.53, so you recognized it, people. So are you, Katie. Couple of snaps on the backhand right here, live action going back to Caitlin Simmers. A little caught up there, but is able to finish off. And you can see just the technique that she has, quiet upper body, but able to swing through multiple maneuvers. And
it's almost a skate style, right? I mean, she's talking about you know, skate emulator, and you know, coming with Nora. Did you call Nora the Explorer? Is that like a nickname for?
That's her. I think that's her Instagram handle, Nora Vasconcelos. She's one of the best female skateboarders. Just beautiful style.
Quick in transition through that maneuver. So a lot of the score is going to come from that first maneuver. Glides through these next ones. Again, not really utilizing those sections as well she was would have liked, but keeps the flow going here. And then that was a nice little floater. Acceleration out of it. So a nice, good start. A nice, good finish. Going to be her best number.
Yeah, 4.33 for this effort right here. We're checking out in slow motion, Pete.
And backhand, when you go straight up, you know, 12 o'clock, where you point that nose up to the sky, that's a critical maneuver. Difficulty's high, so they're going to get rewarded for that kind of maneuvers. Here, again, mistimed, unfortunately. She just digs a rail on the bottom turn, loses some speed, and so that affected the number here. Ultimately, the very finish move, when she gets this one, she gets a little acceleration out of that floater. And for this angle, didn't quite look as impressive, but really a lot of that score came from that very first maneuver.
Gilmore, and 8-time world champ, just exits that wave. No harm, no foul.
Is something happening to me, like during the events or before the events? You could say there's some luck in there, like, I don't know, from bad things going to lucky things.
It didn't really happen there, so only a 3.57. And then we see the backup number here for Sophia McCulloch, you know, and very similar score. Matter of fact, just a 10th higher. And that one right there ends up being in the top 2, and she turns it around. But I mean, felt like the Caitlin's wave was a little better.
Here's a 4.1 for Steph Gilmore. So all of this happened during that interview, so we're just getting you all caught up. Sophia McCulloch was able to turn the heat, and got another wave. McCulloch now in first place. Looking at Katie Simmers driving through a cutback. Another driving turn for Caitlin Simmers, looking for the finish. Whoa, extends the layback, a little too extended, but a couple of quality turns, Pete. But we're going to look at Caitlin Simmers here first on this replay.
Came in at a 3.57 Kaipo, and just really the cutbacks are neat and they're great technically done. But again, critical sections. You need to have that lip, that steeper section, the degree of difficulty.
Back at the MEO Rip Curl Portugal Pro, presented by Corona. And Sophia McCulloch attacking the lip, and the lip attacks back.
Gosh.
Ouch.
And that's one of those moments, right, where you're just like cringing because that appendage is so important. And she lands on a very critical section. It's not like she was putting in a ton of amateur career. She didn't like go every single weekend. She basically worked on her surfing. She even qualified and decided to not take the spot.
She sure did. That was 2021. Oh, and then the theme again. Just, hey, both the two rookies really attacking the lip right now.
She has this anxiety at competitions that she needs to be doing more in the free surfs before the competition. This has really forced her to sit back, lay back, and just trust in her training. And so she can't push it as much. So it takes away that anxiety of she should be doing more. And now she's just out here ready to prove that she belongs. And she has a little bit of the game day butterflies that I think we've seen a little bit in this heat. But primarily, she's wanting to prove that she belongs here on the CT, doing that in her first heat.
McCulloch here. Nice looking right for Sophie off the bottom, slashes off the top, hangs on to that turn by the tippy toes one more time into the lip, and Sophie McCulloch's probably going to take the lead. Under 4 minutes remaining.
Well, butterflies are gone. That's going to be a second number, carrying that 3.67. No more for Sophia McCulloch. Those were two beautiful snaps because she was in position. Steph was right there looking at it. Beautiful hook in that section. That was a vertical section. That was a critical section. The judges will take note of that and cleans it up with a nice solid finish in that whitewater foam. And she was not shy. I mean, that's one thing we definitely can say about Sophie. She's not scared to, go into the lip in a big way.
Just another up and out there for Steph Gilmore. We're catching up to her. Caitlin Simmers with priority. Here we go. Katie activating. Long right-hand wall in front of Caitlin. Katie up into the lip. Glides through there off the bottom. Smashes that second turn with a little bit of relief. Wow.
So
5.61, and she kicks Steph Gilmore, Pete.
Pretty safe to say that she'll get the number here. Again, just because of this turn here. Beautiful arc, so showcasing the variety. Did the maneuver high up in the lip, in the critical part of the wave, with that first turn.
Stuff I love about Katie surfing is right here.
Yeah, and what is that?
The spontaneity, this glide right here, we see it in slow motion, but it's this last turn where she gets the extra tweak, Pete. She gets that little extra release, and a little hard to see at that angle, but that turn,
yeah, two-turn combo is going to do.
Well, that's going to be it. We're going to be back with Heat 3 of this opening round when we return to Super Tubos.